So last time I added these irregular shapes into the mix. I originally had these two irregular volumes, and I came up with an idea that irregulars and irregulars would intersect, and when an irregular and a regular shape touch each other, the irregular shape will subtract, and that came up with this. And I said, let's try to break up this volume as we introduce other geometries. So the first thing I'm going to do, because I've done these initial studies on trace, I'm going to transfer those to the actual drawing because I think I have a fairly good idea of what I want to do. And I'm also going to add in the remaining geometry because I have both pieces at the front now. These two are in the mix, but I need to get these irregular shapes and these regular shapes folded into this. I know what's going to happen from those previous rules when these two irregular shapes interact with the regular and the irregular, but I don't have a rule yet for what the regular and regulars will do. So let's transfer it on to the original Strathmore, add in those volumes, and then we'll take another look at what those could look like. So I've transferred the data from the trial to the actual cube itself. So I can remove that and now add the other interactions of these volumes down here. I've added the interactions of these additional shapes on the bottom to the original 2 irregulars and 2 regular shapes that we had. And it was a little bit hairy in there. There's definitely some parts that are hard to see, but I'm going to follow my original rules of irregular and irregular intersecting, the irregular and regular, the irregular subtracts, and I'm going to add a rule that says that when regular and regular interact, that the ones on the bottom are going to basically become switches. So when it touches this, it will turn on. When it touches that, it'll turn on and then turn off. Turn on, off, on. And let's see if I can figure out how that might look in a sketch before I put it down on the actual Strathmore. Okay, well, that's pretty close. I think I need to do the hard line to double check what these more intricate detailed areas are, but and you saw that I had to pull some lines across for those switches to basically turn it on and off. But essentially, we have this chunk down at the bottom that's been broken up more. It still has that little piece cut out, although unfortunately I've lost the corresponding piece here. Oops. I realized that I just forgot to put in the last piece. But as you saw, I tried to work from the top to the bottom in terms of the interactions, because you don't want to draw something that's going to get hidden by other interactions. But so that's kind of it. And then I will take this and I will now, if I say this is my proposal, although I would like to break that up more, but if I said this were my proposal, then I would take it and I would actually put it on the Strathmore in F-lead. So that is how you start to kind of get closer to your final proposal.